sunny but cold day in Atlanta. Anyways, we will be working on something very beautiful and warm today. We will be working on digital painting for Mother's Day. Yes, guys, we will create something very quick, and you can share this art with your mother, your sister, anyone who celebrates Mother's Day. So guys, let's start. First of all, let me move all my chat windows on another screen, just to see all your beautiful comments, just like this. And now I can see you all, guys. Okay, now I will switch to my desktop camera. As you can see, guys, here, let me expand it. I have opened already Adobe Fresco, and also I have opened a rough outline of our rows we will be working on today. Guys, by the way, hello. By the way, I downloaded this sketch to my Patreon. If you are on Behance, just click on link and you will be able to download this sketch. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, I will upload the link after my stream. So guys, also I will be periodically looking on another monitor, because there I have opened my reference image. I took this image in our yard, so it will be on another monitor. And we will be working on our painting using watercolor brushes. Yes, guys, watercolor brushes. Let's talk about watercolor brushes. First of all, as you can see, I have two layers. One layer is a simple background layer with a white color, and top layer is our sketch layer. If I will turn off visibility of my background layer, you will see that I have transparent background in my sketch. Now, if I will click on a middle set, you can see that here we have two sets of brushes. We have two sets of live brushes. We have watercolor brushes and we have oil brushes. I will click on watercolor brushes family, and here, guys, we have enough brushes to create something beautiful in Adobe Fresco. But hello, Wendy, thank you so much. But guys, you always ask me, can you download any other brushes in Fresco? Can you work with Photoshop brushes in Fresco? And my question is yes. Let me show to you how. I will click on pixel brushes, top brush sets in Adobe Fresco. I will scroll up my Creative Cloud brushes, and here, guys, you can see that I have brushes I use in Photoshop Creative Cloud. I will click on it and look at these, guys. Here I have all my favorite brushes, not all of them, but many of them, my favorite Photoshop brushes. What I did, I just click on brush in Photoshop and I drag this brush into my Creative Cloud library. I opened this library, as you can see, I just opened it with you in Adobe Fresco, and I'm able to use Photoshop brushes in Fresco. Here I have a lot of watercolor brushes, and today we will be switching between default Fresco watercolor brushes and my favorite watercolor brushes. But anyways, all these brushes are created by amazing Kyle Webster. And they're amazing default Fresco brushes and Photoshop brushes. So I will switch to default watercolor brush, and I will use watercolor washed soft brush. This brush will be my first brush I will be working with today. And as you can notice, my brush highlighted in blue color, brush name highlighted in blue color, and also next to name of this brush I have highlighted blue star. That means that I added this brush to my favorite brushes. If I will click on favorite tab, here I have all my favorite live brushes. Now let's talk about colors. I will click on the color icon and I expanded my color palette because Coming back to my color wheel all the time, the best practice for me is to attach my color wheel right next to my toolbar. In this way, I will be able to access any color, my color wheel at any time without expanding color wheel all the time. If you have reference image, you can pick your reference image using eyedropper tool. Simply click on eyedropper tool and locate anywhere in your image you would like to pick color from. I don't have any color information in my document right now, so I will be eyeballing. Let's start using with this red color. You definitely, guys, you can modify your brush. You can switch between different sizes of your brush. You can change a value, flow value from 1 to 100. Flow value basically is opacity of your brush, and because we are talking about watercolor brushes, it will give you more or less a wet effect. Next icon is a water flow. Water flow is basically how much water your brush has. You can change a flow value from 0 to 100. I will start somewhere in the middle, about 53. Also, I will change flow value to 100. I would like to have full opacity of my brush. And guys, I will not create any extra layer because, good morning, Renee, good to see you here. Hi, Tiffany, I know you are here. Fresco is intuitive enough to understand that I switched to watercolor brush, so Fresco will create watercolor layer, pixel layer for me. If I will be working with vector brushes, Fresco will create a vector layer for me, and this is awesome. So let's see, maybe I will bring size of my brush down. And by the way, today I will show to you watercolor painting with a lot of water effect, so it will be like a lot of bleeding colors, and I love it a lot. So let's start using this brush. See, I will increase size of my brush and pay attention to my layer panel. Like here, guys, now I have only 2 layers, and look, I will touch my canvas and voila, Fresco creates a new layer, and this is awesome. So using this brush, maybe I will increase size of my brush. Yes, I will add a few layers of many colors we will be working with today. Guys, I'm using Apple iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. So Apple Pencil has great pressure sensitivity. Use this pressure sensitivity in your advantage. I love pressure sensitivity. Helps a lot. Wendy, differences between Procreate and Fresco, for my opinion, I don't use Procreate. I know Procreate, but I don't use Procreate because in Fresco we can use a vector and a raster brushes and watercolor brushes. We can create vector art and pixel art and raster art. Also, Procreate is Adobe native application, so I can start working on my a painting in Photoshop and bring back to Fresco, or start with Fresco and continue working on my project in Photoshop. And I know with Procreate you also can start working on your project in Procreate and finish and continue working on in Photoshop. But in Fresco, guys, we have a Creative Cloud integration. We can jump between Adobe application, desktop, and mobiles. That's why. And be honest with you, I love Adobe application. I'm using 100% Adobe applications in my workflow. So using this brush, I will add first a layer of many colors we will be working on today, just like that. Now, Yes, Wendy, it's like a real watercolor brush. Yes, exactly. And now what I will do, I will bring size of my brush down. I will click more down. I will click inside this, between these lines to create darker shade of same color. And look at this, guys. Fresco blends all colors for me. Look at this. Just if you would like to have color drop, just click on your canvas and hold your pencil just for split second, and Fresco will create very nice bleeding effect. Look at this. I will do this right now. I will click and hold and look at this. Click, hold, release my brush, my pencil, and look at this. Using this method, you will have full control over bleeding your colors, over how Fresco will mix your colors. Just like that. You can create more or less detailed painting. It's up to you. I'm a big fan of loose painting in watercolors because I love kind of mixing colors, unexpected brush strokes. I love it a lot. But guys, everything is up to you. As always, it's your art, it's your creation. Just like that. So using same brush with same color, I'm just trying to outline shape of my rose. First of all, I'm working on blocking colors. I'm working on shading, and shades and highlights are always together. Now I will switch a color of my brush. I will use same color, with darker shade, and I will slightly touch my canvas because I don't want to apply a lot of shadows to my rose. Just light touch, and look at this. And again, guys, you don't have to start with one size of your brush and finish your painting using same size of your brush. Switch between different sizes of your brush at any time you like. Also, guys, you can switch between different brushes. You can start with watercolor brush and finish using a vector brush. No rules in here. Only one rule we have, guys. Be creative. Creativity is everything. So what I will do now, guys? Now I will create a new empty layer, just like that, and I will switch color of my brush to yellow. Why? Because, guys, if you will look around at any subject, you will see that all subjects are reflecting all subject around it. Even if you will look at my skin tone right now, I have a lot of light outside, but anyways, if you will look at my skin tone right now, you will see that I reflect all subjects around. I'm sure I reflect even rose color, my easel color around here, my desk color. All subject reflect all colors around it. Even if our rose is yellow, it doesn't mean this rose doesn't reflect colors around it. This rose definitely in a yard, and this rose will reflect greens, will reflect a blue color from the sky, and everything like that. Yes, Wendy, exactly. Watercolor brushes in Fresco, absolutely awesome. They're like real traditional watercolor brushes. If you never tried it, Wendy, just try, and you will be impressed even more. Now, because I was using separate layer, I will bring opacity of this layer down, just like that. And now I will create a new empty layer, and I will use purple color, dark purple color, maybe more blue color for my shadows. You know that I love using cool colors for my shadows. I can use black colors, but why? And again, guys, I'm working on separate layer. Now what I will do, I will bring opacity of this layer down, just like that. Yeah, I agree. Fresco is in general very impressive, amazing app, and watercolors just wow. Using dark blue color, I'm applying shades around, creating shades around my rose. And again, guys, I will bring opacity of this layer down more, just like this. Remember, guys, from the beginning, I told you that I prefer more loose painting in watercolors. And to keep my style, I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to my first color I used. Look at my color wheel panel, guys. Fresco remembers the last all your colors you used in current project. Also, you can switch between Creative Cloud library with your colors. Is up to you. This is a great practice, because if you will work on your project across different Adobe applications, desktop and mobile applications, different applications, you can create one Creative Cloud library dedicated to specific project. This is what I love to do. In that case, I will open my Creative Cloud library at any Adobe application, and I will be able to access to my colors and all assets. So I switch to my default brush I used. I will bring flow value down to 36, and I will add a few splashes of colors around here, just like that. And maybe just around. Now, I will create new empty layer, and I will switch, guys, to watercolor around detail brush. I will use darker shade of my red color. I will bring size of my brush down. Thank you. And I will outline some parts of my rose. And again, you can switch between different sizes of your brush at any time, like I'm doing right now. And if you made mistakes, simply undo your steps, like I'm doing right now. Guys, also I would like to mention that everything depends on your hand position. For me, hand position is important, and now I positioned my iPad Pro in a way I can see your comments, I can see my monitor where you can see what I'm doing right now. And this is not the best position for me. I prefer to lean my iPad on the desk. So I'm sorry for small imperfections in here. And again, I will bring opacity of this layer down. Maybe I will increase size of my brush. Try to find the best position, hand position for you. It's okay. And just like this. And a little bit more around here. Now, guys, what I will do, I will start outlining. Thank you so much. Rest of my rose. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch back to my watercolor wash soft brush, and I will change color of my brush to green, and I will increase flow to 100%. But I will bring size of my brush down. I will reposition, zoom in my document, and I will add a few splashes of green color around here. And again, guys, style of your painting depend of your style. You can create a more detail or less detail painting. Everything is up to you. Look at this, guys, how Fresco blends all colors. That's amazing. Now I'm using same brush with same color, but I will press more on my canvas, and look at this. Again, Fresco blends all colors for me. Now a few brush strokes around here and around here. And now I will change color of my brush to yellow again, yes, and I will add a few splashes of yellow colors. Maybe I will increase size of my brush. Yes, yes, yes. Now, guys, let's talk about our sketch layer. I will highlight my sketch layer. I will expand my layer properties. I can change blend mode for my sketch. Let's see. Yes, I kind of like a darken color blend mode, and I can bring down opacity of my sketch layer just like this, and I like it. Now, let's talk about our favorite Photoshop brushes. I will highlight my background layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to my Creative Cloud library with my favorite Photoshop brushes. And here, guys, I have watercolor brush, just like that. I will change color of my brush to a light blue color. And I will add a few splashes of this color. Look at this. How beautiful is it? This is our sky. You can add a few splashes of a different color to your sky as well. Now, guys, let's talk about a watercolor effect in a Fresco. And you can use same effect in a watercolor paint with watercolor painting in Photoshop. I will highlight my top layer. I will create a new empty layer. Let's see what brush I will be using. I will be using you know what? I will be using default watercolor brush, watercolor wet spatter brush, exactly. And I will change color of my brush to white. Let me increase size of my brush, and I will add a few splashes of water to my painting, just like that. Look at this. Just like real, traditional, I mean, not real, because this is real as well. I mean, like traditional watercolor painting. And also I can bring down opacity of this layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to watercolor wash flat brush, and I will be using same white color. I will add, let me see. You know what? I will switch. I will switch to watercolor brushes, Photoshop watercolor brushes. Let's see how this brush will work for me. Oh yes, oh yes. Look at this. I will bring size down of this brush. Look at this. Just one brush stroke. And now we have a watercolor effect. Look at this. You can increase or decrease, of course, size of your brush. Just like this. Hello, Andrea. How are you? It's okay, Andrea. My favorite rose color is yellow. I love yellow color. Yes, and I love yellow flowers. But I love red too. So first favorite color of a rose is yellow. Second is red. So guys, now you can add text to your rose using brush, just handwritten text, or you can open this image in Photoshop on desktop or in Photoshop on a mobile. By the way, guys, all your art you create in Adobe Fresco on iPad or in Adobe Photoshop on iPad is auto saved as a cloud document. So if I will close this document right now, I will open my Photoshop. I will see these rows under the cloud document session in Adobe Photoshop on iPad. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. Create some art for Mother's Day. You can print it out. You can send it as e-card. Make your mother happy, or anyone who celebrates a Mother's Day. Make this day more personal. Create your own art. And tomorrow, guys, tomorrow we will it will be very quick stream, but very, very helpful. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for all your support. Hi, and go create something. If you don't have Adobe Fresco, download it. If you're not able to download it today, just create something using a paper and pen or pencil. Just create. And I will see you tomorrow. If you will create anything today, just share your creation on Twitter and tag me in your creation. As usual, guys, I'm asking you to create and share your art with me, because I really, really, really would like to see what you create after my streams, because I'm interested, because I really, really, really would love to see that you are creating every day. So guys, create, share, tag me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Have beautiful rest of your day. It's Thursday. It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, so it's just beginning of the day. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.